Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Then get a big sleep, and when you look at JDG's composition, that's a lot of people that are diving in on top of it.
So it's Anar as the final pick. That set is going into in the 2v2 right now. Weiwei not feeling that confident.
And this sucks for Weiwei, because what's going to happen here is Kanavi can move down towards this bottom side. Look at where the bot lane is pushed in, although as I say that.
So we've got a bit of a 2v2 in the bottom side, and I think PP God actually might not be able to get away with this one. The flash forwards, and that's a kill. Going the way of Loken, we talked about this bottom lane. JDG winning out.
And they've become so much more aggressive on JDG's side, but Weiwei is here to punish that.
It's not over just yet. Loken doesn't flash in time, and it means he has to flash. They are matching the aggression early.
And the thing is, both of these squads revolve super heavily around that dragon. They want to have that pressure of that third dragon, the soul point coming onto their side. When you look at JD, oh, hang on.
Loken's in trouble. He doesn't have any summoners right now, but he walks away from the play as Weiwei looks for his route into the battle right now. Lumao will be the target. He's CC'd. The Haymaker onto PP God, though. They turn this one around. 1-for-1 now. As Kanavi finally enters the battle, he's going to jump straight onto wide 4. Should be able to trade it, but there's a flash coming out from the center. And suddenly, Kanavi's found himself alone. Yagao and Mole in a 1v1 in the meantime as the double kill comes through. Mole is just about to go down. There's the chrono break to pull out for Yagao. This is absolutely nuts. But Weiwei wants himself 3, but Yagao turns it around.
Yagao managing to dodge
Wait,
away.
what?
What is
Another
going on?
kill. Zoom gets a solo kill under the enemy tower.
This is the league.
He gets out with his life there. Valiant effort from PP God, but another effort towards the top side here. As Zoom is going to look for a way into the play. It's going to be Mini-Nar for now, but he's got a whole team alongside him. Shields across the squad as well. Coming out from center as Bubu survives for now. Chrono break out of Yagao, but he goes straight on into the loving arms of Mole. Now looking for Zoom, but he hops out over a minion, and he'll be out of
You can see Weiwei already knew that this was coming, just going straight towards that top lane to make sure no shenanigans. But Kanavi,
see you later, Volibear. He's going down immediately. Showstopper from Lumao, and there's a next face breaker as well. Mole can't do anything about this one. And wow, what an answer from JDG.
you don't have the damage from Y4 now, but JDG, using this Rift Herald, creates pressure in the mid. They can turn towards this dragon. They will get the plates, and they're all going into the hands of Yagao. Yagao is so far accelerated in this, which I'm surprised at. I really thought that JDG, after using that Rift Herald mid, would have turned that in towards the dragon. I mean, are trying to make this play is like, look, we can go get a refund.
Oh, hang on, they're under the tower onto Loken. Look at the burst damage coming on through. Ash doesn't get to move. Lumao pulls PP God in, but he's got himself a stopwatch, so he'll move out with his life right now, but this sleep comes through. There's no way to escape from this team of B5. They're locking everybody down, and Yagao, not long for this world, trying to break into the play. PP God barely survives. The last second heal from wide 4. How do they turn this lead into a victory?
Well,
oh,
I have to hang on.
Lullaby comes out onto Loken. He's going to have to cleanse. Just about survives the Unleashed Power. Mole might not be able to survive, though, as he's taken down by Kanavi. Yagao on the backline, jumping onto wide 4 as well. Forces a flash for himself. Still has the chrono break available as Weiwei ignited and trying to prance away, but the bear chomps on down and hits him with the paws. PP God just...
They are looking so good right now. They've got their 4,000 gold lead. They're getting their second dragon. Rift Herald, though, is still in the hands. They are kind of sitting in that river area, so I'm surprised to see V5 go for the play.
So they do only a Cloud Drake right here. This is getting them to Soul Point, but it wouldn't be the Soul itself. Zoom looking to try and build his Rage Gene before the fight kicks off, but he's forced into the pit here. Yagao looking for a 1v1. Dragon finally taken by JDG, and they're forcing the fight immediately. PP God with the Stone Plate increases Lumao's damage. Look at the combo. JDG, that was perfect.
It's not even close. JDG wiped the
Helps everyone on the team of V5.
It was so well played from JDG, but that's the decisive. Always trading up in towers before these fights were happening. They're willing to sacrifice a dragon where Zoom could get pressure topside. They can make plays towards...
They didn't even have all of their ultimates available, and the Gnar ultimate is such
super far ahead of Bubu, so he's able to control this bot side. Yagao,
oh
well,
my goodness.
Here's a demonstration.
Mole's being pushed towards the rest of JDG here. The Z-Drive Resonance not going to be able to be used, though, and actually Yagao's the one in trouble, trying to get out of the play. Has a stopwatch to keep himself safe as everybody jumps into the fray to keep this mid laner alive. Yagao gets out with his life. Kanavi might have sacrificed his own to make the play happen, though. PP God looking to chase his Pew. Looks to find a way in. In goes the Croc, spinning it around the shadow across the squad. And suddenly, things turn on their heads.
V5 managed to find the play. Over-aggression from JDG. Nets at opening for V5. And they will not be able to get onto Yagao, but they are going to be very...
And they kept their inhibitors alive. This happened before the Siege could really commit, but in goes Yagao once again. PP got the target. He finds one for himself, looking for the 2v1. Is Wei forced out of this one, so we'll see.
Hard to lock down Yagao.
So Yagao oversteps his team pace for it during that skirmish, but it looks like it's V5 that have overstepped this time. 3 of them caught out in the mid lane, and the whole of JDG is here to punish. Loken got found by Mole. He's just going to get annihilated, as Syndra often does annihilate AD carries. And Mole, he's looking to... It is possible, however, to see some kind of shenanigans. Wait, no it isn't. The rest of the squad's here as well. Kanavi in with the bear slap onto Mole. Should finish him off in the end. It was a long charade. He bought a lot of time, but Zoom's in the base.
Buying time is better than actually losing more of their base, because Bew won't be able to defend against Zoom. Zoom will get this, but it does stop the likes of that bottom lane turret, which is super low, from going down. Unfortunately, though, JDG will be able to pick up this more aggressive, try and make these death-defying echo plays.
Swirlseed not going to connect. Here we go. Arrow in. It's going to be a flash from Mole to dodge that one out as Lumao stops from the play. Yagao has to go golden to keep himself safe as Wei on the back line, getting chased down by Zoom, who finishes him on the back side. Now Bew trying to get into play, but he's knocked into the wall as the rest of the squad from V5 is taken on down. This is going to be game 1. This is a dominant showing from JDG.
JDG come out swinging in game number 1, saying, hey V5, welcome to playoffs. This is what you've got to face.
Yeah, this is your final trial, the intellect of JDG. They're going to read you like a book. They're going to look at your strategies and counter them beautifully. Not to mention the insane team fighting that we see every single time. What a performance from our spring champions.
Amazing performance from JDG. And look how cool, calm, and collected they look. Good because he's not as strong against some of these dive compositions.
Good amount of long-range engage, though. And that's a Pantheon as the final lock in here. We have no traditional...
Wave clear at the moment. He's just trying to help Mole shove in this wave so he can get it back, come back into the lane, although the stun.
Oh, they're straight onto Yagao, forcing his flash, but it's going to be followed. And Wei grabs himself first blood.
Massive mistake from Yagao.
Mid lane once again. I love watching Lumao, man. He's such a creative support player. Mole going to get stunned up here as they're trying to finish off the all-in ignite. Is ticking away, and Lumao grabs the kill.
And that's what we wanted to see from Lumao, getting out of this.
Something's up because the Krugs aren't there. Wei going to sprint out of the play because Yagao is heading him off as well. This is going to turn into a 3v2 at this rate. Is Bew going to be hammered away on by Yagao to start this playoff. Kanavi comes in as well and is brought straight into the Death Realm. That's not a 1v1 that Kanavi can win. Might have to use his kick, but actually just dodging away from the hammer blows. Mole's arrived as well. Stun across the whole team. Look at that out of Mole. It's going to be traded. 1-for-1. No, Bew survives somehow. Zoom barely gets out with his life. And now Yagao has to chrono break back, but he's in a 2 versus 1. He gets a stun, but phase dive onto the minions somehow. It's a 1-for-1.
And they can't get the slow, they can't get the kill.
Hang
There's the stun.
Okay, very nicely done from them. I'm sure it's Christmas somewhere. I know it's August, but you know. You gotta hope, haven't you, Dagdev? Bew gonna pull Zoom into the Death Realm. I don't know if he wins that 1v1 though. This is a Camille we're talking about right here. It's pretty even so far. But Zoom's gonna look to dodge everything. Dawning Shadow across the team, flashes on out, but he gets taken down. Lumao's arrived a little too late to the play. He will be slowed. PP God's here as well. Tempered Fate available if they need to disable the tower. Doesn't look like they're going to need to right now, though. Great Scatter the Weak stops Yagao getting into the play, and immediately Yagao just bursts down, jump over the wall. Tempered Fate goes wide, but it's another kill for V5.
Again, V5 are ramping up the ability that they have to go for dives, get turrets, and accelerate the game that way.
So less about the neutrals, much more about just trying to find that standing goal. Great kick through, but it's actually Yagao not really able to follow up too much. Chrono break to dodge damage out of the Syndra. Wei now suddenly caught, but there's a great Tempered Fate from the PP God himself. Now they turn it around onto Lumao. The PP Father, Son, and Holy Spirit saving the day, but suddenly it's turned around once again. Yagao and Kanavi managed to answer with a...
Already been ignited. You know there's a heap of burst damage can come through from an Echo and Kanavi as well when you're on low health. Terra in the mid lane, though, trying to go down.
Yeah, Bew should be able to finish this one off. Pulling them in! Look at Mole's damage! That is absurd! Now into the Death Realm they go. Yagao just going to be trying to hide underneath this tower. BuBu realizes he can't go for the solo dive.
I think Yagao is happy with that. It's like, get me away from the bad lady.
Yeah.
Because that damage from Mole, now having that Luden's Echo completed, you can see that burst damage has come through. He's 700 gold of anyone else in
Want
this.
to pick up the Herald in the end, so correct answer here from V5. The problem is, this early in the see if JDG are going to be able to actually contest, because let's bear in mind the win conditions that we've set up here. JDGs are not about team fighting right now. They're about trying to separate and split up the map. Yagao in a 1v1 against BuBu at this point in the game. They're both just going to be fine. Yagao actually using a chrono break into the enemy team. I don't know if that was the play, my friend. Yagao now back into this death realm. He's going to be forced into the 1v1 and will be finished off as the rest of the fight is really kicking off. Lumao getting stunned on the backline, but he answers with his own life. Kanavi's going to fall. It's all gone wrong, but Yagao somehow survived. Hextech ultimatum. Zonya's out of from BuBu, who just about gets away, but a tactical sweep finishes it off. Now to Mole, as it's all on Zoom's shoulders. He's the last bastion for JDG, as Loken flees for his life. 1v1 with Sam D, but it's a triple kill for the Ash. And Zoom suddenly finds himself alone in the world. Stun comes through from Mole, and yet another fight for V5, yet another advantage.
Victory 5 pick up the team. V5 who forced JDG into these scraps, and now they can get the Dragon with all that extra gold going into their back pockets.
All we have talked about all game is that JDG don't want to go for these 5v5s. They want to scale up. What? Mole? What? I guess he was recalling in the brush.
Where it gets a little bit dicey for JDG. Though as I say that, Kanavi will be spotted out on this bottom side, but here's the force!
Why are you trying to make the plays onto the Mordekaiser? That's not where you need to be right now, because V5, this is the team that when they get some kind of tier 2 in the bottom side, but that's not going to make a difference. Kanavi now, I mean, there's not even a way to make a Miracle Steal. He's going to be caught out. Magical Journey as well. Unleashed Power comes through as Mole. He's got a stopwatch, so he's going to be fine from the burst out of Kanavi. Dragon Rage available. As he's slowed, he should be able to get out with his life at very least. But hey, Baron got taken in trade for a tier 2. That ain't 3 full items on top of his boots. Now with the Baron as well, V5 can just brute force.
Back away, or fear being dived by Victory 5, just leaning over towards this bottom side.
And they're going to take that bottom tier 2. In the meantime, they also take an inhibitor in the mid lane. So at least good respect here from JDG saying, look, we cannot fight for this. We cannot.
They will turn back towards that Dragon that's about to spawn. JDG getting antsy though as their bottom lane turret goes down.
Oh, hang on. Loken pulled into the Death Realm. Senna doesn't win that 1v1. Now the rest of the skirmish kicks off as the arrow goes in, and see you later, Zoom. This game might just be over, Dagda, as Samdi is free firing onto Lumao. He's blocking a lot of damage, but it's just not enough. Yagao gets stunned by the Scat of the Week, but there's no follow-up from the rest of the team. 2 inhibs fall. Yagao's on the back line, but he's completely alone in the world. He's going to try and find a play onto Samdi. Great flash on the Ash. He gets the slow and he wants to chase. He's not going to be able to get the 1v1. It looked good, though. I'll give you that one, Samdi. We're going to game 3, Dagda. JDG have been outdone.
And I could not be happier about a game number 3. V5 in the early stages of the game are able to set themselves up. They're able to fight back against super well. And even when you look at like the mid lane champion, it's like, well, Galio doesn't really provide much poke. You've got a little bit of poke from the deadly version, the curtain call.
We're able to grab for themselves off the back of Loken recalling. Means that they will grab this first Dragon.
Using that ult towards topside to protect BuBu here.
Yeah, because Kanavi and Lumao want to make a play, and this is the power of the Bard. Flash available for BuBu, but the stun is going to come on through from this Bard. BuBu, though, will survive with Corrupted Potion, and he gets someone under tower as well. There's a kill for Mole. The double taunt. Zoom will go down. Double kill and a Justice Punch to boot.
Oh, it's a disaster for
J5 get themselves onto this Dragon.
And because Kanavi wasn't trying to...
Oh, hang on. We're not done just yet. Lumao's going to be caught, but Magical Journey will keep him safe. Everybody get his Shockwave available. We saw him use that just to try and put some pressure onto Mole. Kanavi wants to find a spear, though. PP God just about gets out of the Tempered Fate. Flash forward. There's a lot of CC, but he dodges the spear. PP God, how does he get away with this time and time again? One more Javelin. Finishes off the kill, but it looked so damn good.
He was so close to getting out.
Harry Loken going to play Ring Around the Rosies. Kanavi's here to try and stop the play out of BuBu, but a teleport being channeled. The action just doesn't end in this series. Loken going to be tethered here, and Mole easily able to follow up. There's a stopwatch being used, but Lumao sacrificed his life to save the AD carry. Now the fight really kicks off as they try and get onto Mole, but he's got a stopwatch too. BuBu still tanking up. In they go. with the grand entrance, but Kanavi heals
done here. I'm going to hoosh back over towards this mid. So now they get this bottom lane turret off that play. I can't look for just that big combo.
Yeah, everyone from JDG is here. They want to stop this snowball. They want to find themselves with advantages of their own, but the Dragon has already gone down, and so has Yagao. V5, they've already won the fight before it ever begun, and now it's just the chase down. Call gonna get the slow, and it means that the taunt comes through onto Loken, and suddenly JDG, they're surrounded. They can't get back to their base. This might just be the full ace, as PP God will be answered for another double taunt, as Mole is just going insane in this series. Repeat that performance once again. Herald now in the mid lane, as V5 look to extend. JDG are saying, we cannot fight you right now, V5. They're just gonna forego the Infernal Soul and hope for some miracle fight later in the game.
And that's a massive miracle that they're looking for. You have got so much control here as V5. They have now got an Elder that they can play around.
They have so much damage. They have so much threat in the team fight. And JDG just said, we don't want to fight you. So V5 are like, all right, we'll force you to with an Infernal Soul. And we've already found a pick for ourselves. Loken going to be knocked up. Dodges away from a few things here. Flashes over the wall to keep himself safe. Now taunt. As we're just about going to see the teleport from Zoom. You're a little bit late to the party on that one. And there's a flash forward as the fourth shot hits. The shield comes through at the last second. In they go, though. Kanavi, he's been baited and outsmarted. Weiwei shuts him down with a blast from the shotgun. And now on to
Barra putting on a masterclass.
This is beautiful from V5. They are taking the 5-head crown away from JDG, the most intelligent team in the LPL. Like, they are holding on decently against a team that is notorious for breaking the base. But even if it was a valiant defense, it's not been enough. The first inhib tower has fallen, and now onto the inhib itself. JDG trying to position like they can contest, but you cannot fight this team right now.
Find the flank here, but he has been spotted on these wards.
This play could decide the entire series. Yagao moving in. PP God going to be stunned up by the Crystalline Arrow, but it's not really the ideal target. Kanavi just wants to find a way in. Tempered Fate onto the team. In they go. Shockwave only onto one, but it's Sam D that's taken down. Kanavi is the answer. And the Elder Drake, who's going to grab it? It is going to be Weiwei, and that might just be the fight as well. Down they fall. Bew survives, gets himself a shield as well, and there's just never enough tanky stats to deal with the Dragon. Yagao getting out, but he's on the wrong side of the map. Just get straight into the plate immediately. Yagao here to try and defend. They've got to clear these waves if they can, but Mole, he's not looking to let them defend. Annihilates Yagao right on the footsteps of his base. Weiwei tanks the tower for a little too long, though. Little bit embarrassing.
That could actually stop. JDG could have tried to rush this Baron, or at least set up for this Baron.
So what actually happened here? One of the shotgun shots must have just clipped anyway. Zoom getting out on a magical journey here. Mole's followed him in, but he's kind of lonely right here. A lot of damage can come on through. Stopwatch going to be used. All the Zhonya's, in fact, torn only onto Lumao, and Mole gets out with his life, and he's still got Elder, so he gets a kill to boot. JDG, they've got a for Loken. V5 are on the cusp of a victory here, and immediately onto these towers they go. JDG have to make one last stand. In they go. Knock up onto Zoom. Elder is about to tick off, but they'll grab a couple of kills before they do. And Mole, 11, 0, and 5, the team captain and the leader for V5.
And V5 will manage to take down JDG. The trial of intellect passed with flying colors in game number 3 as Weiwei controls.